So one of the things that happens a lot first day of class is, of course, we're worried about our students introducing themselves to each other, getting to know our students, and often what we use is called an icebreaker. The biggest problem with normal icebreakers is that, well, the students hate them, and often they're boring, and they don't really accomplish what we're hoping to accomplish, which is to get the students to get to know each other. So some of the typical icebreakers, which you may have had to experience in classes yourself, are things like two truths and a lie, tell three things and have other people guess which ones are true about you, or the round robin of repeating everybody's names to see if everybody can remember them. You can see how, for the most part, students would think these are a waste of time because they don't see the purpose in them. So rather than doing that, what I do my first day of class, in my writing class specifically, is I use something that actually pertains to what we're doing in the class. In my intro to writing class, my freshman writing class, what I use is actually a quiz that's available online on dialect. So what they do is they take this quiz with a partner or two, and they have to answer these questions. Things like, what do you call a hot sandwich on a bun with cheese? And they get into discussions about the differences, for instance, between a sub and a hoagie. One of the things this does is it gets them talking, which is the nice part about it. And then later, I always make sure that I have some time at the end of the class period to discuss why I had them do it, which in this particular case is because we're going to be talking about audience and about how audience impacts the words we choose to use. So in this particular case, that quiz really works well for them. In a lit class, I wouldn't use that particular activity, of course. What I often do there is I use a very short poem. It's called Nothing Gold Can Stay by Robert Frost. And I have them read it, and then we talk about the reasons why a particular piece of literature might impact us. This happens to be the first poem I ever memorized, and I tell them that. I'm like, I know it's weird, but it was in The Outsiders, and I read it in 8th grade, and then I memorized it because... And then we talk about the different types of pieces of literature, including film or song, that they memorized or that they know by heart and why it matters to them. So again, it's a way of getting them to discuss something that's pertinent to the class, but also gets them talking to each other, rather than going through the syllabus or talking about the policies of the class. I wait until the second class period to do a lot of that because they're not going to remember it the first day anyway. And this actually gets them talking in a way that is helpful for the content of the class.